What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to Game Day with Trey. Of course, this is your host, Trey, and today we're going to talk about this NFL Monday Night Football matchup between the Miami Dolphins and the Tennessee Titans. All right, so let's go ahead and let's talk about this matchup, man. So this game will be set to kick off on September 30th at 7:30 p.m. East Coast time in Miami Gardens, Florida. All right, the odds are set at Miami minus 2.5. Over/under is at 37. There has been slight movement in this line, though. The line was Miami minus 1. Over/under was at 36.5. All right, so let's go ahead and let's get into this matchup real quick. Miami Dolphins are 1-2 this season after they lost to the Seattle Seahawks by a score of 24-3 in their last game. Miami cut the deficit to 10-3 in the first quarter, but they couldn't find any more offense in the game, and thus ended up with the L. All right, so it's been kind of up and down, choppy for Mike McDaniels and the Miami Dolphins ever since Tua got hurt. Not sure if he's not just figuring out a way to scheme things open for Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill, because the Dolphins were outgained by a total of 370 to 205 yards. They won the turnover battle 2-0, and this is where the problem comes in at. They went 1 for 12 on third down, guys. 1 for 12. Now, Skylar Thompson threw for 107 yards, 13 completions, while Tyreek Hill caught just 3 passes for 40 yards, guys. Like, what is really going on down there in Miami? I understand Tua's very integral part to what they do, but at the end of the day, a lot of us gave Mike McDaniel a lot more credit than maybe he deserved, but we'll see. So, Miami opened the season with a 20-17 win over the Jacksonville Jaguars, but they lost to Buffalo in week 2 by a score of 31-10, where they also lost Tua in that game. Now, Miami's offense has only scored 11 points per game with 223.7 yards and 95 rushing yards per game, while the defense has allowed 24 points per game this season, guys. So the Dolphins have gone 37.2% on third down, 1 for 10 on fourth down so far this season. And the quarterback situation, man, that thing's up in the air. It could be Skylar Thompson, it could be Tim Boyle, it could be Tyler Huntley under center, even though tonight I do expect to see Tyler Huntley under center, guys. All right. Devin A-Chain has rushed for a total of 150 yards, 1 touchdown, while Tyreek Hill has caught 13 passes for 194 yards and 1 score. Sad, man. Just sad. So when you're talking about the Tennessee Titans and how they've looked thus far this season, Tennessee Titans are 0-3 this year. All right, after they lost to Green Bay by a score of 30-14 in their game. Green Bay just ran the ball all over them. Malik Willis came out there and looked like an all-star somehow, getting his revenge game in. Tennessee was tied at 7 in the first quarter, but they allowed the next 20 points in the game for a loss. The Titans were outgained by a total of 378 to 237 yards, lost the turnover battle 3-0, and went 3 for 9 on third down in the game. Will Levis threw for 260 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions, while DeAndre Hopkins, he only caught 6 passes for 73 yards and 1 score. This team is another team. You don't really understand what's going on with them. Do they really want to be where they are? How is this happening right now? To be honest with you, I understand Will Levis is Will Levis, but come on, man. All right, so Tennessee has also lost to Chicago and the Jets to open the season, and Levis has not been very good at quarterback position. Now, Tennessee offense has scored 16 points per game with 159.3 passing yards and 101 rushing yards per game, while the defense has allowed 26 points per game this season. The Titans have gone 31.4% on third down. That's 1 for 4 on fourth down through 3 games. And Will Levis has completed 68.1% of his passes for 579 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions, while Tony Pollard has rushed for 158 yards and 1 score. All right, so when you're looking at these two teams, man, you got to start off with the injury report at this point in the season. So L'Jarius Sneed, he's questionable with the hamstring. He's dealing with that hamstring injury. Unknown if he'll be out there tonight. Jalen Duncan, he's also questionable for Tennessee. He's nursing that shoulder injury. Of course, you got Amani Hooker. He's questionable with an upper body injury. Don't know if he'll be out there. tonight. Dylan Randunes, he's missed the previous contest with a bruised rib. Uncertain if he'll be out there. Peter Skornowski, the rookie, he's questionable. Whether or not he's because he missed the previous matchup due to the neck injury. All right, Jeffrey Simmons, their all-world defensive tackle, all right, he's questionable and is managing an elbow injury, uncertain to see if he'll take the field tonight, man. And of course, we know that on Miami side, you got Raheem Mostert, is doubtful with that chest injury. Of course, you got wow, a lot of injuries here, guys. Skylar Thompson's questionable, dealing with a rib injury. Of course, you know about Tua. Odell Beckham Jr. said he ain't playing, period. He's on the IR. Put me on the PUP list. I'm going to hang out. Like Bradley Chubb, he's still on the IR with the ACL. He's going to at least have to miss the first 4 games of the season, so maybe he'll come back soon. Like, it's just a lot going on over there in the injury report for both of these teams, man. So when you look at the matchup for these two teams and how they've been playing thus far this season, so far, Tennessee, like I said, is averaging 16 points per game. That's 27th in the NFL. Whereas Miami's giving up 24 points per game. That's 22nd in the NFL. Miami has points per play. They're the 30th team in the NFL at .465 points per play. On third down, they have the third best third down defense, only allowing teams to convert 26.67% of the time, and that is in their favor because Tennessee doesn't convert anyway. Like I said, they only do it 31.43% of the time. That is 27th in the NFL. Then when you look in the red zone, when Tennessee does get there, they score 50% of the time, so the middle of the pack, 17th in the NFL. But Miami, they are 31st in the NFL to opposing teams in the red zone. So if they allow you to get down there, they're going to let you score 85.71% of the time. They give up a total of 3 touchdowns a game, guys. Then when you look at Miami versus Tennessee on the other side, Miami's only scoring 11 points a game. That's the worst offense in the NFL. And Tennessee's got the 26th worst defense in the NFL, allowing people to score 26 points per game. They allow people to go out there and put up .464 points per play. So that is 29th in the NFL. And Miami points per play is the worst team in the NFL. So that helps both of them. Third down, Miami's not converting on third down, only 37.21%. That's 18th in the NFL. And Tennessee's a pretty good third down team. They only allow you to convert 30.77% of the time. And they're great in the red zone. In the red zone, they're 5th best in the NFL, only allowing you to obtain a touchdown 33.33% of the time. And Miami is the worst red zone team in the NFL, scoring 25% of the time that they get there, guys. Tennessee hasn't been able to run the ball so far this year. They're even though they're 9th in the NFL, 4.7 yards per carry, they're only carrying it the 30th most in the NFL at 21.7 times a game because they're usually behind. And Miami's defense is pretty decent against the run, only allowing 25 carries a game, only allowing 112 yards. And then Miami can't run the ball. They are the 25th worst rushing offense in the NFL, only averaging 95 yards a game. And Tennessee, they're in the middle of the pack, 19th in defense at 124.3 yards per game. So then when you look at this game from another aspect, at the stat split in the last 3 games, okay, we know what's been happening because it's only been 3 games prior to this. This is week 4. But in this current situation, Tennessee is only averaging 17 points per game, and they're giving up 24 points per game. Whereas Miami in this situation, at home, they're averaging 15 points per game and giving up 24 points per game as well. All right, so does that bode for somewhere close to an over in this? Maybe that's why the line had that little bit of movement. I don't know. We'll talk about that in a minute. All right, so when you're looking at the last 3 games as far as or not last 3 games, when you're looking overall situationally, okay, so right now Tennessee's 0-3, Miami's 1-2. All right, against the spread, Tennessee's 0-3 as well, Miami's 0-3. So something's got to give here in this game. Somebody's going to have to cover, or it's going to end up being a push. One of the two. All right. And then if you look over under, Miami, all 3 of their games have gone under, and Tennessee's 1 over, 1 under, and 1 push, guys. And when you look into how those over unders and that push came about, and you're looking at Tennessee, well, they played Chicago, that game went under. Jets, that game pushed. and Green Bay. That game went over. So you can expect some of those things, some of those outcomes, right? So in the last 10 times that Tennessee's been out there, they're 3-7 overall straight up. They're 3-6-1 against the spread, and they're 4 to the over, 5 to the under with 1 push in their last 10 games out there on the field. All right. They have, however, played 3 straight L's against the spread and 3 straight up L's. Next game, they play the Colts, Buffalo, and Detroit at Detroit. All right, so when you're looking at these two teams, man, and you're trying to understand how they're playing, you just also got to look at Miami in their last 10. Miami in their last 10, they're 4-6 straight up, 3-7 against the spread, and 3 to the over, 7 to the under in their last 10. And that is with 5 straight unders going back to last season with 6-game losing streak against the spread, guys. All right, so take that as you will, but understand that this team has been playing like trash for a long time, and they have not been scoring for a while. Even when they had to at the end of the season, they still weren't scoring when you're looking at this metrics right here, guys. All right, so head-to-head, Tennessee and Miami are 5-5 even, 5-5 against the spread, and 6 to the over, 4 to the under in their last 10. They did play last on December 11th of last year. In Miami, and Tennessee won 28-27. That was a Will Levis-led game. You know, I believe that was a Will Levis comeback. I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure that was a Will Levis comeback that happened in that game. And I know Tua played in that game, so Tua ain't playing in this game. All right, so take that as you will. Understand what the heck's going on out here, guys. I could care like, well, hold on, man. Don't let me get all the way into that. So, anyway. When you're looking at these two teams, you're looking at the trends, right? How they've been playing so far and some of the trends that have appeared between these teams, right? So the Tennessee Titans have hit the first half money line in 13 of their last 20 games. The Miami Dolphins have hit the first half game total over in 13 of their last 20 games. The Tennessee Titans have hit the second quarter money line in 10 of their last 17 games. And the Miami Dolphins have hit the third quarter spread in 8 of their last 10 games at home. Tennessee Titans have hit the fourth quarter game total under in 11 of their last 17 games, and the Miami Dolphins have hit the second quarter game total over in 12 of their last 17 games. Tennessee Titans have covered the first half spread in 12 of their last 20 games, and the Miami Dolphins have hit the third quarter game total under in 8 of their last 10 games at home. The Tennessee Titans have hit the first half game total over in 11 of their last 20 games, and the Miami Dolphins have hit the third quarter money line in 7 of their last 10 games, guys. Okay, so here's a little bit of facts on why the Titans have an opportunity tonight, man. So the Dolphins have lost each of their last 9 Week 4 games. The underdogs have won each of the Titans' last 6 Week 4 games. The Dolphins have failed to cover the spread in each of their last 9 Week 4 games. The underdogs have covered the spread in each of the Titans' last 6 Week 4 games. The Dolphins have lost the first half in each of their last 9 Week 4 games, and the Titans have scored the first touchdown in 4 of their last 5 games as underdogs. The underdogs have won the first quarter in each of the Titans' last 4 games, guys. Each of the Dolphins' last 6 games following a loss have gone under the total points line, and each of the Titans' last 6 Monday games as underdogs has gone over the total points line, guys. Of course, we know that you want to pay attention to D-Hop. Has recorded 58 receiving yards in 8 of his last 9 Monday night appearances with his team as an underdog. Tony Pollard has recorded 70-plus rushing yards in each of his last 5 September road games. And Dolphins ranked 32nd in the NFL in points per game, only scoring 11 on offense. Just a quick reminder. And they ranked tied for 31st in the NFL in red zone percentage by only scoring 25% of the time. All right. The Titans ranked 32nd in the NFL in turnover differential, and the Titans ranked 2nd in the NFL in kickoff returns. All right. So both of these teams come into this matchup with questions about quarterback position, but one team will walk away with this game with a win, probably. They could, I don't know. You can figure out a way to tie. Tennessee is 0-3 to start, and Will Levis has not produced with the quarterback position. The Titans have not scored more than 17 points in any of their 3 games and practically gave away the first game against the Bears. Miami's dealing with a Tua injury situation, quarterback situation. I expect Tyler Huntley to play tonight, and if he does, then that could definitely mean a lot for the Miami Dolphins. And if that was the case, that makes sense on why the line is moved to the -2.5. Because prior to that, I would have ran with Tennessee on the money line. But now with him being out there, I would have to say that I'm closer to Jason Saunders, over 1.5 field goals for the Miami Dolphins. I like that because they can't score. I would have to say maybe I could lean towards the under, maybe, but I have to take points in this game somehow, some way. And I would probably tease it up to like 5.5 or 6.5 points and play it like that, because neither one of these teams will score. I might even look at under the 19.5 or under 20.5 total points for each team. All right, because I don't think either one of them is going to get over that. But I don't know. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Please like, share, subscribe. Have a blessed day. Stay safe, and I'm going to holler at y'all, man. See you at the window. Peace.